and settled in pretty well. A lot of players come here with the hope of breaking into the team, and it takes a lot longer than maybe you've taken. How pleased are you with how you've gone so far?
I was quite excited at first to come to the Chiefs, and I think the time I've been here now, it's been quality, like just the coaching, the team, all around the team, the Exeter Chiefs fans, everyone. It's just great. So it was easy for me to settle in such a great environment. So yeah, it was. I won't say it was easy to break into the team, but yeah, you have to work hard. I think that's one of the Exeter Chiefs' qualities, is to work hard, and I just think like each player has to work hard, and I think yeah, it was easy to settle in. So I think that made it just much more easier for me to come and play my rugby.
I mean, club rugby here is quite different to back home, isn't it? You obviously have your club rugby, then you step up to, playing for a province, etc. I mean, have you played over here before? Is this your first sort of time at a club?
Yeah, so I moved from South Africa like two and a half months ago. And obviously in South Africa you play also like franchise rugby and stuff, so I was quite used to playing club rugby. I think the clubs in South Africa is more like your franchises, so the clubs here, so it was easy for me to settle in and just to play in this sort of system, so yeah.
And the standard so far, obviously you knew roughly what you're getting into. You've watched it on telly, they've watched you, you've watched them, but has it surprised you, the physicality, or has anything surprised you, the pace of it, or is it better, worse, different?
I think at the moment, like, it's the weather conditions that it's like making, like, it depends. It's making what the speed of the game is basically, and what type of game you're playing on the day. I think obviously in the UK you have a really rough winter, where in South Africa, where I was playing previously, it's not as rough as here. So I think on the day it's what type of rugby you play. So with the with the weather conditions. So yeah.
Yeah, you haven't had the wet and windy, muddy nights. I suppose Bath was a bit.
Yeah, a bit of a rainy.
A little bit like it, but and I guess one of the reasons you came here was to play in games like this weekend, European matches, which are the pinnacle over here, and you've made a great start as a club. You haven't got the baggage necessarily that some of the other players have had of kind of getting near but not quite getting out of groups. So far, it looks pretty easy for you guys, doesn't it?
No, I think every game you need to be excited for, and I think every game is a must-win for the club. I think every game you have to deliver Exeter Chiefs performance. So I think the Heineken or the European Cup is very important for us as a club, as is the Premiership. So every weekend, whichever team gets onto the field wants to win as an Exeter Chiefs team. So I think it was easy for us to come here because, like, I think just for the new guys playing in the Premiership and in the European Cup is like, it's so exciting. So for us, it's just bringing that vibe into the team. It's just like going full out and just playing every game as the last game. So yeah, so I think just for us to bring excitement into the team is important. Yeah.
And the change room plays a big part in whether you enjoy being at a rugby club or not. Who would you say gives you the most stick out of your teammates?
I think all the lads all around has some banter between the boys, but I think there's no individual. I think in the changing room, all the lads are friends. Behind the scenes, like everyone mingles, like everyone have a beer together. I think there's no individuals or groups or whatever. I think that's one of the great qualities at Exeter Chiefs, that everyone is mates. And I think if you need something or require something, like, you can go ask and speak to anyone in the team. And I think just how can I say, just like the core of the team is like friendships and all of that. So yeah, I think it's great.
And having a South African to back you up helps. So there's two of you at least.
Yeah, I know. Me and Janus, we're actually housemates as well. So yeah, no, it's great. It's great living together. Like, we have great times together, and we're enjoying the UK as well. Like, it was my first time coming over here to come play here and being here. So yeah, no, I'm enjoying Exeter as well.
So is there going to be a parcel arriving from South Africa, a big sack of biltong? Is that on its way to your house, or have you already got stocked up?
We're actually at the moment buying all our stuff from the Savannah. I think it's like a UK-based franchise, so we get our biltong and our droewors and some steaks and stuff, and some boerewors and stuff from them, and then your odd beer or whatever. So yeah, no, we're enjoying ourselves, and so obviously back home. hoping the family sends some biltong over.
Well, it's braai season, isn't it, back home?
Yeah, no, it's summertime back home, so yeah, everyone is flipping having barbecues and braais every weekend. So yeah, no, it's quite. Me and Giannis have been trying to have a few barbecues ourselves, but like yeah, the weather sometimes is not the best.
No worries. Just a quick one back onto the rugby. Last one. This week you're playing away at Sale. You get them again the following week. Have you ever played in a situation where you're playing the same team back to back in a format like this?
No, it's actually my first time. So I think it's for me. I think it's a big mental thing. I think you must just get into that groove and just realise it's a European Cup game. So it's an important game for the club, and for you as player. It's important that you keep your focus, and it's a big 2 weeks for the club as well. So I think as a team you need to stay focused and just do all the basics right, because I think in big games like this it's important to do your basics right and just stick in the vibe and just stick as a team and not get individual, like play as individuals, just play as a team, and I think that will bring you through the games.
I think one of the things that might have been bad news for me if I'd played in that sort of format is you could upset someone, you could rub someone up the wrong way on the first game and they'll be looking for you the week after, whereas normally you've got a few weeks or months before you see them again.
Yeah, no, I think obviously what happens on the field, and after the game, like some of the boys always have a beer together and stuff, so I just think like just focus again on the game and don't let stuff like that upset you. But yeah, they have a few South Africans in their team, so I think it's going to be a big battle. But like, I won't be just looking out for the South Africans or whatever. Like, I'll just take them on a Sale Shark. So yeah,
could be a bit of Afrikaans on the field though.
Yeah, there will probably be a few words coming through there. So yeah, no, I think it's going to be great fun playing against a few South Africans. But yeah, again, we as a team can't focus and stuff like that. So they obviously have a few South Africans that played now in the World Cup and everything. But like, obviously for us as a team, as we focus on the Sale Sharks as a team, we're not focusing on the South Africans or English guys. Like, they obviously have World Cup players from England playing as well. So yeah, no. We as a team focus. We had a great week of preparation, so yeah, no, we focus. We're ready.
Well, listen, best of luck and well done on your start at the Chiefs.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Brilliant.
Cheers.